Imagine a relationship that once felt like a lifeline, someone who stepped in when the world seemed to be collapsing around you. Now imagine that same person, the one who once saved you, slowly drifting out of your life, leaving silence where connection used to be. This is the story of Mykelti Brown and Robyn Brown, a bond forged in crisis, strained by the complexities of family, loyalty, and secrets. Today, Mykelti finally speaks out. Today, the silence ends. To understand the tension between Mykelti and Robyn, we first have to understand the Brown family. Mykelti Brown, a polygamist with multiple wives, raised his family in a world that often defies conventional norms. Mykelti, as one of Mykelti's children, navigated a life where loyalty and love were deeply intertwined, but not always equally distributed. Every action, every word, had consequences. And in a family so public yet so private, personal struggles often stayed hidden from the cameras, locked away behind closed doors. Growing up in such a family shaped Mykelti's perspectives on trust, protection, and survival. Robyn, one of Mykelti's wives, played a crucial role during Mykelti's formative years. She was the one who, at a critical moment, intervened when Mykelti needed support the most. The exact details of Robyn's intervention are deeply personal, but Mykelti recalls it as a moment that changed her life. She describes feeling trapped, vulnerable, and unsure who to turn to, until Robyn stepped in. "Robyn saved me," Mykelti says, her voice tinged with both gratitude and sorrow. It wasn't just a casual act of kindness, it was a lifeline, a shield from circumstances that could have caused long-term harm. In families like the Browns, alliances can shift quickly, and who is considered a confidant one day might not be the next. Mykelti's trust in Robyn was profound, but the foundation of that trust, like many things in this family, was fragile. Today, Mykelti reveals that she and Robyn no longer communicate. The reasons are layered, nuanced, and often difficult to articulate. Silence, in this context, is not neutral, it carries weight. It is the absence of conversation where one once existed, the void left when a relationship fractures. For Mykelti, it is a mix of disappointment, unresolved emotions, and the complex dynamics of a blended family. Reflecting on this, she acknowledges that the distance between them is not simply about a single event, it's the accumulation of years of tension, unspoken words, and the inevitable strains of being part of a high-profile polygamist family. Being in the public eye adds another layer of difficulty. Every interaction, every disagreement, is magnified for the audience, while private feelings are dissected by millions. Mykelti admits that navigating her relationship with Robyn under the scrutiny of reality television is challenging. The cameras capture only moments, not the context, not the behind-the-scenes complexity. Fans might see a disagreement, but they cannot see the years of history, the moments of care, and the internal conflicts that define their bond. Loyalty, Mykelti explains, is complicated in her family. It's not about blind obedience, it's about understanding, boundaries, and sometimes, difficult choices. Forgiveness, too, is nuanced. You can forgive someone for a hurtful act without necessarily rebuilding the same relationship. Mykelti's reflections are candid, revealing her maturity and her understanding that relationships can evolve, even if they do not return to what they once were. From Mykelti's perspective, there are key takeaways. Value the people who step in for you. Recognize the acts of kindness, no matter the surrounding circumstances. Understand boundaries. Some relationships are meant to change over time. That doesn't diminish their past significance. Speak your truth, even in silence. Expressing your perspective can be liberating. Through sharing her story, Mykelti encourages others to examine their own relationships, not for drama, but for clarity and healing. While this story focuses on Mykelti and Robyn, it also reflects the larger dynamics of the Brown family. Polygamy, multiple households, and public scrutiny create challenges that are difficult to navigate, even for the closest members. The lessons from this relationship, about trust, distance, and resilience, are relevant not only to fans of Sister Wives, but to anyone who has experienced complex family dynamics. Mykelti's story is not just about conflict, we are reminded. It is about growth, recognition, and the power of speaking your truth. While the silence between her and Robyn remains, sharing her experience allows others to reflect on their own relationships, forgiveness, and understanding. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us that even in the most complicated families, bonds that once saved us leave an indelible mark, whether or not they last forever. Thank you for joining me as we explored the untold layers of the Sister Wives family, and the courage it takes to speak your truth,